Friends, in this lecture from the topic definite integration we are going to study the properties of definite integration. So let us see the property number 7. See the left hand side, integration from 0 to 2a f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. So see the limits of the integration. On the left hand side, limits are 0 to 2a for f of x, and that integration is converted into two integrations. First one is 0 to a f of x dx plus next one is 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Now we will prove LHS is equal to RHS. So let us see here. First of all, consider this as equation number 1. Now on the right hand side, we will consider first integration as I1 and second one as I2. So it is equal to I1 plus I2. Now from the right hand side, we will obtain left hand side. So for that, just you take the integration I2. So let I2 is equal to integration 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Now we will solve this integration by using substitution method. Okay, only take I2 integration from the right hand side and use the substitution method. Now here the substitution is, we have to put 2a minus x is equal to t. 2a is constant. Now if you differentiate this with respect to x, then we get minus dx is equal to dt. So integration I2 we have to change, and as we are going to change the integration I2, we have to change the limits of the integration also. Now we have substituted 2a minus x is equal to t. That means when the lower limit is x is equal to 0, that implies t is equal to 2a. Just you put x is equal to 0 here, then you will get t is equal to 2a, because we have to find out the limits of t. Now when the upper limit is a, x is equal to a, that implies t is equal to also a, because 2a minus a. 2a minus a means a. So when x is equal to a, we get t is equal to a. So the given integration changes, I2 changes as I2 is equal to, now see the limits here. Lower limit will be 2a, upper limit will be a, f of t. See here carefully, 2a minus x is t. So f of t into dx means minus dt. Now by using previous property, first of all take the minus sign here outside into integration of from 2a to a. See the limits of the integration as it is f of t dt. Just take the minus sign here. Now if you want to remove this minus sign, then we will interchange the limits of the integration by using previous property. So here we get the integration as a to 2a. Now you can write t as x here. So f of x dx, again by using previous property. So remove the minus sign and change the letter t as x. So we get the integration, new integration as a to 2a f of x dx. So hence by converting the I2 integration, now the equation number 1 becomes, see here equation number 1, left hand side is 0 to 2a f of x dx. So right hand side of equation number 1 becomes I1 plus I2 is equal to, see here I1 integration is as it is 0 to a f of x dx, and I2 is converted as 0 to 2a f of x dx. So I1 plus I2 is equal to this one. Now see the limits of the integration here. Limits of the integrations are 0 to a, and here it is a to 2a. 0 to a and a to 2a. So by previous property, this can be written as the integration 0 to 2a because this is 0 to a to 2a. So it can be written as 0 to 2a f of x dx. So I1 plus I2 becomes 0 to 2a f of x dx, and this is nothing but LHS. So by using RHS we will get LHS. In the RHS we will convert I2 integration by using substitution method, and then we get the LHS like this. So this is the property number 7. Now let us discuss next property, property number 8. Now property number 8 says that if the integration is from minus a to a f of x dx, minus a to a, here the limits of the integrations are important. Lower limit is minus a, upper limit is a of the function f of x dx is equal to, it can be written as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even function, and it will be equal to 0 if f of x is odd function. So it depends on the types of the function. If the function is even or odd, then integration from minus a to a f of x dx can be written as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx, or otherwise if it is odd function, then directly you can write the integration answer of the integration as 0. Now you must know about even function and odd function. So let us discuss now. See the proof of this. Now for that, first of all we will take LHS, that is the integration from minus a to a f of x dx. So integration minus a to a f of x dx can be written as, by using previous property, it can be written as integration minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. See here the limits of the integration. Between minus a to a there is a 0. So you can convert this given integration LHS in the form of two integrations as minus a to 0 and 0 to a. Now let us consider this one as I1 plus this one as I2. I1 plus I2. Now here in this case we will solve this I1 integration. Keep I2 as it is. Let us consider I1 is equal to minus a to 0 f of x dx. Now by using the substitution we will convert this integration into the proper form. So that's why we will put x is equal to minus t. So this is the substitution here. Put x is equal to minus t. That means dx is equal to minus dt. So as per the substitution we have to change the limits of the integration also. So lower limit is minus a. So x is equal to minus a gives t is equal to a. Similarly x is equal to 0 implies t is equal to 0. So limits also will change. So I1 changes as, see here, I1 becomes lower limit is a, upper limit is 0. Lower limit is a, upper limit is 0. F of, see in place of x I will write minus t. So f of minus t into dx means minus dt. Dx means minus dt. Now take minus sign outside. Minus sign of this dt you can take outside of the integration. So integration becomes a to 0 f of minus t dt. Now by using previous property you can remove this minus sign just by interchanging the limits of the integration, as integration becomes integration from 0 to a f of minus t dt. Okay. Again by using previous property you can change the letter t as x, and hence we get, finally we get the integration as 0 to a f of minus x dx. So I1 integration is converted into 0 to a f of minus x dx. So by taking LHS we have converted that LHS into two integrations, I1 plus I2. in which I1 is converted as 0 to a f of minus x dx. So hence equation number 1 becomes, now see here, the integration minus a to a f of x dx is equal to, see, I1 changes as integration 0 to a f of minus x dx plus I2 as it is 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, so equation number 1 becomes like this, I1 plus I2. Now this can be written as, see, the limits of the integrations are same, 0 to a, so you can combine this function. So in bracket, in square bracket, you can write f of minus x plus f of x dx. Integration is from 0 to a. Now by definition of even function, we know that f of minus x is equal to f of x if f of x is even function. See the definition of even and odd function. If the function is even, then f of minus x remains as f of x. F of minus x is same as f of x. And if it is odd, then f of minus x becomes minus of f of x. So this is the definition of even and odd function. If you put minus x in place of x, if you put minus x, and if the function remains as it is, means f of x, f of minus x remains as it is as f of x, then function is called as even function. And if it becomes minus of f of x, then that function is called as odd function. Now we will use this definition here. So see the integration now, minus a to a f of x dx is equal to, we have converted it as 0 to a, see here, minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a. Now see here, 0 to a, f of minus x is f of x, because we have considered that f of x is even function. If you consider f of x as even function, then f of minus x can be written as f of x. So this is f of x plus this one is also f of x. So it becomes f of x plus f of x if f of x is even function. So that means it is 2 times f of x. See here, f of x plus f of x means 2 times f of x. You can write 2 outside of the integration, and integration becomes 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even. Now in case of odd function, the integration minus a to a f of x dx becomes, see here, now f of minus x can be written as minus f of x. See here carefully, f of minus x can be written as minus f of x plus f of x as it is if f of x is odd. Now here minus f of x plus f of x means 0. So hence we get 0 if f of x is odd function. So this is the property number 8. So see the proof of this property. It depends on the even function and odd function. This is the definition of even and odd function that we have to use here. First of all, you have to convert the given integration LHS into I1 plus I2, and you have to change I1, and then by applying the definition of even and odd function, we get 2 cases here. For even we get this integration, and for odd function it will be 0. Thank you.